Hello, it's Nick from TV Priest, and I'm going to talk a little bit about History Week today and its place in the album, how it came about, and why it is the way it is. And I suppose it started because we really wanted to kind of make sure that we had an album that could be listened to as an album rather than just a kind of collection of songs or singles. And History Week kind of naturally found its place between Journal of a Plague Year and Decoration, just because we felt like they needed a bit of breathing space. It's quite an intense start to the album. It's, song after song after song of like quite heavy, intense things. And just before you get to Decoration, we want a little bit of breathing space, and that's how History Week kind of found its place into the album, I suppose. We wanted it to be, something you can enjoy from start to finish and not have to take a break in between, and I mean, this one started with this weird sample that Sprogis and I created when we were having like a rehearsal. And we were in a rehearsal room and we were playing some samples off a laptop, and this sound started resonating in the room, and we didn't know where it came from. Neither of us had ever heard it or anything like it before. We didn't know what it was. It was weirdly ghostly. Obviously, somehow, magically, it was kind of appearing from the computer. But it was just amazing. It was like otherworldly, peculiar. We didn't know how it came. I was like, record this. Just stop talking and record. And so that's what we did. And we had, maybe 5-10 minutes, just us two of us stood there in this room with a couple of mics set up, just like not doing anything, just recording. So I'll play those kind of initial samples now. So we still can't work out where they're from. We don't know how it happened, but that one sample there you can see in pink, that one is kind of the sound we heard in the room, I suppose. And then additionally there was this drum we use called the wave drum, which has loads of samples, but it acts, and it has microphones in it, and acts like a snare drum or a tom or whatever, and it has these mics in it, and it was hearing that and sending that out. So I'll play those two samples. This is the kind of digital one, I suppose. And then this is what was coming through the wave drum, which we also recorded. So we played with those two, and we're like, these are just fantastic. I mean, I can kind of hear a song kind of the growing out of this already. So we basically started kind of layering some ideas. Sprogis had some fantastic little samples and synths that he'd used on other tracks, which he kind of started throwing into the project and kind of piecing it together. So, using some of these really odd sounds, bedding those in underneath some of what came later were, some slightly more kind of musical elements, musical kind of components, such as these. Just a case of kind of layering some of these different textures and these different tones that we kind of collaged, I suppose. And there's one little element actually here which I'd like to show you. and it's a tiny little music box that I bought in Paris when I was with my wife, where we got engaged. Very cliched, I'm sure, and I know, but it's the song Sur la mer, or Somewhere by the Sea. And I kind of snuck that in, much to the band's dismay, a little homage to an appreciation of my lovely wife. So I will play that for you now. And we did this little kind of like harmonic shift with the original recordings that we'd made. So I'll play that for you quickly. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and listening. I really hope you enjoy the song and the album. And yeah, I think it gives a little moment of calm amidst the chaos of the rest of it, and a little trough in the journey of the album. A little calm moment. Anyway, thank you for watching, and let me know if you've got any questions. Cheers. Bye.